This power which hangs about thee like a mist. Familiar it be somehow, but thy eyes betray thy purpose. Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails in the Sky second chapter. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode we finished up chapter 4, and now something's going on Ismelis. Oh, hey! Ismelis Tower. It's just as we heard. Well, I guess she wouldn't have had any reason to come up here when she traveled to Rolent before. One of the 4 device towers activated on the release of the seal beneath Gransel Castle. A second barrier defending the Oriole from all angles. The professor's research was spot on, it seems. So this is a barrier defending the Oriole? Looks like somebody's airship is coming in, not... Is this Joshua, maybe? Probably not. Joshua himself said that he wasn't going to pick a fight directly with Ouroboros. Campanella. Oh, and Walter. Yo, sorry to keep you waiting. Hope we didn't tire you too much with the delay. Ah, Walter, Campanella. This is a surprise. I was sure it would be Loewe who met me here. What turning of the wind is this, I wonder? Loewe is accompanying the professor for the moment. So, as much as it may not be my place as a mere observer, I came in his stead. And I ain't got much to do at this point. Right now I'm just killing some time. Before you can get killed! Huh? I'm sure that Zine is gonna kill this guy at some point. How unusual for both of you. Though interesting, Loewe is accompanying the professor? They're performing the last experiment then. Apparently. So we're moving towards the end game then. Our big fancy plan is heading into the big leagues, looks like. The archaisms and Jaegers are almost ready. Once we have the beta in hand, we'll all be quite busy, I suspect. The beta? Wonder what the name of their airship is. It better be something cool. Like, well, I don't want to... I don't want to say anything. Maybe like the Gehenna? Nah, this seems like maybe these guys don't think of themselves as evil, and that's probably a little too evil. The last experiment. They mean to go up against the legend, I take it. Cassius. The only person they could be talking about is Cassius. Even the professor and Loewe are going to struggle with that, I would imagine. Maybe. We're talking about hijacking a creature of legend, after all. Ain't quite like throwing pictures around or shaking the earth. Alright, so they're not talking about Cassius. But hey, Campanella, this ain't like you. Ooh, what's this now? You're usually happily tagging along with the professor. If you ain't doing that, and especially when things are this interesting, that means something even better's come up. So spit it out already. Why, Walter, I'm hurt. Have you so little faith in me? I trust you as much as your number. So, none at all. What overflowing camaraderie, Walter. Such slings, such arrows. You two are so cruel. Well, in truth, I would love to sit back and watch the fireworks unfold. But as it turns out, I've a bit of work to do. I'm off to gain his permission to use the Ark. The Ark must be another gospel. Shit. Seriously? That face that Walter's making, though, whatever the Ark is, dude, we don't want any part of that. We're finally busting that monstrosity out, and this mission gets better every day. The Crimson Ark, the Glorious. So, is that what they're on? I find it hard to believe we would use such... Do we intend to turn this nation into nothing more than a smoking crater? That will be up to the professor and Loewe. So, I am afraid I must depart as soon as we're done. I so look forward to hearing about our experiment when I get back. So, the Glorious... Is that... I guess it's not the airship, then. Oh, okay, here's where they're at, then. Directly above where we were hiding the, Bobcat. Well, I guess it wasn't so much in hiding, but so much as this place was repurposed for military intent. And this is... Yes, I thought it would be here. Behold, Loewe. A majestic thing, is it not? Are you really going to perform an experiment on something like this? I understand your apprehension. Without this data, however, we have no hope of completing the beta. We must know. Who? This is probably another one of those huge archaisms like the Ring Guardian. Or is it gonna be a tree? It's a dragon?! There are dragons in this series?! Oh, I see we woke you. There's something about the way it's moving in the mist that is making me extremely uneasy. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Your first time in the waking world of mortals in 20 years, yes? Dragons, though? This is... Like, there's... Out of everything, this is extremely out of left field. More so than the puppeteer thing. This is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. You may call me George Weissman, or Georg Weissman. I am one of the Anguis, caretaker of Ouroboros. Be gone. This power which hangs about thee like a mist. Familiar it be somehow, but thy eyes betray thy purpose. In those windows I see a soul twisted and bent, incapable of joy, unyoked from bringing suffering and agony to thy fellow man. Well, well, such compliments. Those were not compliments. And honestly, if a dragon told me to be gone, I'd have skedaddled. But I'm afraid I must deny your request. I won't be going anywhere. After all, we've business regarding the treasure of Adios. The treasure of Adios? What? Show him, Loewe. A sword? Why would... Oh, no, that must be his. That is a... Look at the back of that thing's head! That's like dragon, dude! He must be holding up the gospel. Oh? Does this stir up memories from 1200 years ago? So this, what's that? The ancient Zamirian civilization, right? It's merely a replica, but I dare say it's well made enough, wouldn't you? Surely thou dost not. Thou cannot mean the shining ring. So is that the gospel or the aureole? Ah, but I do. Okay, so that's his weapon, a bident or whatever. Now then, our final test awaits. Are they about to kill the dragon? Chapter 5, That Which One Must Protect. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the second chapter. Alright, so the plot took another left turn. We're on board for this, though. We've got it. Our minds managed not to get blown by this. Please form your party. Make choose 2 other members aside from the mandatory members. Let's go ahead. Oh, she's so low level.
Great. Let's do it.
Might as well. Just keep rolling with these guys. They're killing dragons, though, dude. Okay, it's time we finally got to Bose. You know, like we've been planning for a million years now. It's the only place that hasn't seen an experiment, too. You mean, the only place that hasn't had us there to attract Ouroboros. And that's true, but from the sound of it, there isn't anything odd happening in Bose. I think we can take our time for once and help out here in Rolent a bit before heading out. Sounds good. Let's see if there's anything else to do and head for the landing port when we're done. Alright. So, not certain how far along... Oh, what's up? Hey, Shara, I heard from Ina. You're heading out to Bose next, right? Yes, then that's the plan. Sorry, Rage. If Feels like we're always shoving off our work on you. Nah, don't worry about it. I've always leaned on Cassius and Shara until now. I'll manage. It'll be a good opportunity for me to stand on my own. I like your style, Rage. We'll be away for a while, but hold down the fort while we're gone. Yeah, leave it to me. I hope you guys have a nice trip to Bose. Yeah, it'll be good. I know you guys have a hard mission ahead of you, Estelle. You leave the branch to me. Just focus on your own stuff. I can handle the jobs that come by the branch on my own, at least. Alright, so we've got nostalgic recipe. Looking for a person willing to search for a certain traditional recipe. Ideally, this person will also gather the necessary ingredients once the recipe is located, of which we can do both. So we've got to speak to Denzel at the Aben Bar. Diaset's secret? Drink your liquor, do not be drunk by it. I wait atop the clock tower, Anton. Isn't this one of the Love Duo? And then Mine Chief Gatton. The commission letter for the Amalgam mine that I kept in my house has been stolen. I'd like to request an immediate investigation. I need to recover this document entrusted to me by the Queen at all costs. Please come to the second floor of my house near the West Rolent gate. I'm gonna bet this was probably just misplaced. People just can't go around stealing the Queen's literature, you know. Stuff that she put her John Hancock on. Do we have anything to report? Nope. So we're still just D-class bracers. One of those fishing spots is apparently hidden in Mistwald. Oh man, I am not trying to go back into Mistwald, dude. You guys don't understand. Or you guys probably do understand, but let's go speak with Denzel first at the Aben Bar, which is somewhere. It should be over here. That is not the Aben Bar. How about we try over here? This is probably right. Redford. I had a dream of my youth for the first time in a while yesterday. I was together with some old acquaintances for some reason, and we were cooking up a storm. It was a very odd dream. When I woke, though, all I could think about was that dish we made. So I came here to the bar to get them to make it for me. Oh, is that why we're here? After all, it's an old recipe. I'm sure it'll be hard on the chef. Okay, so Denzel must be the person in the back then. Hey there! Finally, my Tabitha's woken up. Sorry for kicking up such a fuss. Oh no, please, don't let it bother you. It's all part of the job, really. Yes, it's as Estelle said. Incidentally, apparently you have some kind of job for us. Oh, I see, so you're here on business then. Well, what I'd like to ask you to do is to investigate a certain recipe and find its ingredients. How about it? Got the time? Yeah, no prob. So, what recipe am I investigating? Right, so what I'd like you to find is the recipe for a certain stew. We'll call it Rolent-style hodgepodge stew for now. I mean, Rolent-style hodgepodge stew? To be honest, that sounds about as appetizing as that potluck we found in a chest once. Yes. It sounds like it'd be hard to keep down. Now, it's just a temporary name. Anyway, I want you to investigate that recipe. If you ask around town, I'm sure you'll find something. Apparently, every home used to make it back in the old days. Really now? We should probably ask some old folks who know about cooking then. Doesn't seem like younger people would know about what old families cooked. That's actually a sensible suggestion from you for once. Well, that's fine for a direction to begin our investigation, but we still don't have enough information about the recipe itself. Yeah, you might be right. It'd be nice to know what goes into it, at least. Aren't we supposed to find the ingredients once we get the recipe? Yeah, that's a good point, but... Sorry, but you'll need to ask Radford about the recipe. Huh? I thought this was your request, but you want us to ask Radford? I mean, yeah. Well, here's the thing. He's the one who brought it up in the first place. Apparently, he ate this nostalgic meal in his dreams. He's been begging me to make it for him ever since. I see. So that's how this request came about. But a guild job just for a stew? I mean, Was it really that good? It might not necessarily be because of the flavor. Perhaps it's a memory of some kind. The old man's not saying much either way, but I'm sure that's the case. He told us all about it when we talked to him. Anyway, that's the story, so I'd really like to serve it to him if I could. Nice little story there. Happy to help. Yeah, Radford's finally awake. Let's feed him to celebrate his recovery. So then we'll start by asking Radford about the recipe. Is there anything else we need to know before we go? Well, after you sort out finding the recipe, would you mind also picking up the ingredients needed? It might use some kind of rare ingredients after all. No problem. If ingredients are what you want, then ingredients you shall have. Good to hear. Can't believe how fired up I'm getting over this. I can't wait to see what kind of recipe it is. Well, don't you worry. We'll leave no stone unturned in the search. Yup, what she said. Expect some good news to come your way soon. Thanks. Alright. Yep. So now we can talk to Denzel or Radford once more. Is it the meal ready yet? It's an old recipe, so I'm sure the chef is having trouble. Radford, can we have a moment? Ooh, who's this but Cassius's girl? You need something from me? Yes, we'd like to ask you about the recipe you ordered from Denzel. Oh, that dish. Do you mean the stew I dreamed of? Yes, that recipe. Actually, we've got a request from Denzel. They explained that they had been hired by Denzel to investigate the recipe. Oh, so then you'll be looking for the stew. Oh, I can taste your success already. I'm counting on you. Thanks, but we need your help before we start, sir. We'd like to hear the details about that recipe. Not just what went into it or the flavoring, but where you had it. Anything. I see. Well then... First, as I'm sure you know, the recipe was for a stew. I seem to remember the base flavor was... black pepper? Okay, which we've got, or can buy if we don't have any. It was a spicy, invigorating stew. Right. Strong black pepper. Got it. Go on, please. The main ingredient was meat, I think, though you could probably also use whitefish, and we should have plenty of tender whitefish from all the fishing we've done. But I like meat, so we'll say meat for now. A big chunk of meat, bone and all, so tender that it just falls off. Also, I know some herbs were used, but I can't remember what kind. I remember the smell, but I can't remember what it was the smell of. It's so frustrating. So the main ingredient was meat or fish, but you want meat, bone and all. Okay, check. And lastly, there were herbs used, but you don't know the exact types. Is that it? Well, that's fairly specific. Yeah, there should be plenty to start with. I hope that helped a bit. It's plenty. Thank you very much. Or thanks very much. Well then, happy hunting. I'm really looking forward to hearing you found the recipe. Alright, so now we've just got to ask around for some old people perspective. Is there an old person hiding out up here? Maybe her? Tabitha, nope. Oh, Estelle and Shara. Hello, Tabitha. Thank Adios, I'm glad to see you're awake. How are you feeling? I'm still a little lightheaded, to be honest. I'm sure it's because of the odd dream I had. So you had one too? Yes, it was such a nostalgic dream. I was about your age, out on a picnic with everyone. My old Sunday school friends, Hannah and Lena. Oh, she was friends with, her mom. Huh? Lena? My mother was there? Well, not just Lena, mind. You and Joshua were there too. Oh, huh? Okay, well, it was a dream. Right next to your, same-age mother to boot. Okay. Say what? Well, that is quite the dream. Yes, odd, isn't it? The picnic was very fun, and I think it was quite a happy dream, but it was so terribly happy, it actually filled me with a sense of unease. It was a dream with an unpleasant aftertaste, like the whole thing was just made up. I see. It was nice to see Lena as she was, though, especially after so long. Perhaps she borrowed the world of dreams to see you. I'm sure she could hardly stand to just watch beside the goddess. Maybe. Can't really say I know for sure, but I guess I can think that now. To be honest, I'm not sure I ended up how she would have wanted. Don't worry, you're fine, trust me. So hold your head high as you tend to your work. You're a good, professional bracer no matter how you look at it. Yeah, thank you. Wow, that was really encouraging. The next her same-age mother, though? Alright. Estelle, I hope you'll find some time to come by the store. Alyssa and I will be looking forward to it. Yeah, I'll come visit sometime. Speaking of... Actually, we're investigating something for Denzel, but... Estelle explained she was looking for a stew recipe for Radford. These sneaky jokers! Hiding it behind a really heartfelt message before we had to get the actual information we're here for. Sneaky, sneaky. That recipe. My husband asked me about it just a bit ago himself. Which, of course, means... You don't know it either, Tabitha. That's right, unfortunately. So they're not quite old enough. When I started learning to cook, no one made it anymore. Wow. I see. Guess we really do have to ask mostly older people. Or at least there doesn't seem like there are going to be any fake-outs. Yes, that's probably best. Well then, let's continue our investigation. Right. Tabitha, thanks for the help. I should be the one thanking you. My husband is pretty troubled over this, so I hope you can help him out. Sorry, sweetie, I don't know about that recipe. By the time I learned to cook, no one made it anymore. It might be best to ask some of the older folk. They might remember it. Alright. So, older folk. You know who's pretty old? The mayor of Rolent. This guy probably cooks. Once we're able to actually talk to him. Oh, you know who's also old? Wait, is he old? Kevin! He's here! Oh, hey everyone! Great work out there. Yeah, you too, Kevin. You were a big help. Thanks for taking care of Tio and the others. Ha! It was nothing. No big deal. Anything for my beloved Estelle. Again with that stuff? Come on. Really, he'd be a good match for someone else we know in the smooth talker department. Hey, Kevin X Olivier. You might be onto something there. I wonder if Olivier probably would have said something about that if he were here. Anyway, Kevin, what are your plans now? Well, I think I'll keep working my way around the countryside, visiting the churches. I've got some business I need to take care of. Just a spot of business, huh? Or so you say, but it's probably really important, isn't it? Was it really just a coincidence you happened to stop here? Now that she's brought that up, no, it probably wasn't. Ooh, Estelle, sometimes you're so sharp it hurts. Well, all that aside, I hope we can trade info sometime soon. Yeah, let's do that sometime. Well, you take care of yourself, Kevin. You too, Estelle. I've got a bit more studying up here at the church before I head off. You all take care now. But you... Oh, Estelle. Your deeds of late have reached even my ears. You have done well to overcome this hardship. Allow me to offer my own thanks. It feels kind of embarrassing being complimented by you, Father. We should be the ones thanking you. Treating the afflicted and contacting the Grand Cathedral. We owe you very much. No, I simply did my duty as a priest. Still, it is a great comfort to me to see Estelle's growth in these troubled times. Even when you continue on to your next appointed destination, do not forget the feelings of today. I won't. Now, if you'll excuse us, Father, take care on your way. May the guidance of the goddess go with you. Okay, so I guess Father Divine is also not old enough to really know anything then. Rolent Mayor's residence. Everyone we ask is probably going to thank us first. Ah, Estelle, everyone! I have heard all the details of what happened from Aina. A great deal of it still seems to be under investigation, so I doubt I was told everything, but who could have even imagined a fog that bends dreams? Trust me, we're in the middle of it all and we don't know much more. Anyway, right now we're just chasing snakes from region to region. Hopefully we can catch one sooner or later and get some real answers. Yes, good. For my part, I did plan on keeping the full truth of this incident from the citizenry as well. Everyone is still recovering from the trauma of seeing loved ones comatose. I do not wish to scare them further. It's probably for the best for now. Saying the wrong thing right now could just lead to chaos. And I imagine you're off to new horizons. I can only ask you all to be careful. Your enemy, our enemy, is more twisted than I could have imagined. Don't worry. We're used to the twisting by now. Anyway, take care, Mayor Klaus. And you, Estelle, come back safe to us. It seems you're ready to depart for another province, but please, be careful. Your enemy... Okay, I think... It's weird he doesn't know anything, but maybe... Mylene does. Oh, everyone, well done. I heard from my husband. You solved the problem with the comas and the fog. Our Lita is up and about, safe and sound. And it's all thanks to you, Estelle. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Aw, it's nothing. Casual heroism's just part of the job as a bracer, ma'am. When you find some free time, come back to Rolent again, alright? I'll have the best tea and snacks you've ever had waiting for you. Ma'am, could we have a moment? Oh, certainly. What is it? Estelle told Mrs. Mylene that she was looking for a stew recipe on behalf of Mr. Radford. A stew recipe? Did you know the recipe, perhaps? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm just not very knowledgeable when it comes to cooking. I know I've had the stew he's talking about, but I have no idea how to make it. Aw, that's too bad. We're not having any luck with clues, are we? Well, no point letting it bother us. We've done what we can. Yeah, it'll leave a bad taste in my mouth if we give up at this point, though. Thanks for your help, ma'am. No need for thanks. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. I'm sure you're quite overburdened, but we appreciate everything you do. Keep up the good work, all right? Yes, ma'am, we will. If you'll pardon us. When I was asleep, I had this very long, elaborate dream. It was a dream of when Mayor Klaus and the mistress first took me in. The mistress makes a tea with the most delicious scent. I've loved that tea ever since I came to live here. And the tea in the dream, the scent was so clear. I still can't really believe it was a dream. Okay, so she similarly doesn't know anything. There might have been an off chance that Lita could have been knowledgeable about it, but these should be the only 3 people living here. Yeah. Alright, so Mayor Klaus and Mylene are old. Father Divine looks like doesn't get up to much cooking. Hotel Rolent, he's not old. Anton, oh, you know who is old? The Melder's Orbital Factory dad. Hey, you guys, good work on everything. You aren't already off to your next job, are you? Well, you could say that, but first we plan to do a bit of work around here. Yes, we need to take care of this branch at least a little, or I think Aina will get out of sorts, and that is something I do not wish to face. Must be hard work all the time. Well, once things are settled a bit, come on back here. Oh yeah, and bring that Joshua with you, you got it? Sure. Will do. You bracers are always so busy, I can hardly keep up. Well, once your work settles down again, come on back here. Make sure you bring that Joshua. Oh, he's saying the same stuff. Okay, so that was a total bust. But Renon's mom is also old, so let's ask her. They're still down there doing stuff. Hello there. Could we have a moment of your time? Okay, she knows. What is it? Is something wrong? No, nothing like that. I just have a quick question. Estelle told Bloom that she was looking for a certain stew recipe on Radford's behalf. Yes, I know the one. It used to be very popular around here. There we go. Really? That's a relief. Could you tell us anything about it? Oh, I could tell you plenty. It was your standard dish in every household back in my day. Yeah, Denzel said something like that too. This has to be the one! We've been looking for the recipe for that particular dish, ma'am. Would you happen to know the ingredients? Well, yes and no. The recipe I know is probably a little different than what you're looking for. I don't mind telling you my version, I just want to make sure you're aware of that before you pass it on. Okay, so, right, she had something ever so slightly different. Different? Different how? I thought it'd be the same recipe. Nah. What do you mean? My recipe's one that's been passed down in my family for generations. As with any family recipe, it's been tweaked here and there over the years. The flavor's likely not what it used to be. Though as I said before, I'd be happy to give you my version of the recipe if that's fine by you. What do you think? It's been updated a bit, but maybe that's okay? Nah, it sounds like we're about to lose out on extra BP. I'd like to find the original if we can. The original version would be ideal, yes, but we can't afford to be picky. A slightly different version beats handing the client nothing at all. Yes, I agree. Besides, it's only right that we take her up on her kind offer. Yeah, I see what you guys mean. You'd like it then? Wonderful. Wait right here. I'll go grab my recipe book. Thank you. Hopefully we can still visit some other houses and get more versions of this recipe. She sure is taking her sweet time. Now, don't be so impatient. Give her a damn minute, would you? In case you forgot, she's kinda old. Oh goodness, that's right. I thought she overheard what Agate said and was about to really give him one. Well, no wonder I can't find it. I'm sorry, children. I kept you waiting much longer than I'd meant to. I'd simply be fuming were I in your shoes. No way, you didn't take that long. So, did you find your recipe book? About that. I hadn't thought about it until I'd started looking, but I actually gave it away a while back. Huh. The gift that keeps on giving, this request. What? Oh my. It completely slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. He'd said he made a hobby of keeping older books and asked if he could add it to his collection. I hadn't cracked it open in years, so I thought nothing of handing it over to him. If only I weren't always so generous. Trust me, I feel like sighing too. We'll never be able to find out who got it either. Man, what a pain. No point in cursing our luck. What's done is done. Our time will be better spent figuring out what else we can do. Exactly. Maybe we really could ask around and see if anyone knows the man who took the book. Yeah, only one thing to do, so might as well suck it up and get to it. You said he liked collecting old books, right? If you have any idea who that might be, we should try them first. I'm afraid that's about all I can remember. I wish I could help more, really. Hey, no worries. You gave us a pretty big clue. Can't be too many guys out there who collect old books for fun. Oh! It's, the Crybaby Kid. The Crybaby Kid's dad. Yes, thank you for your help. We'll come to you again if we need to, but in case we don't, you have yourself a wonderful day, ma'am. Alright, yeah, let's blow this popsicle stand. That is not the way to blow this popsicle stand. We head down. Oh, I guess we can talk to Renan and Kitty, too. Hey, Estelle. Scheherazade? I heard you're heading out soon. Wow, news sure travels fast. Thanks to you, I've been able to resume ordering stock. If you need anything, you should buy it before you leave. Yeah, thanks, Renan. If you get any more rare sneakers in stock, hold on to them for me. Got it. Good luck, you two. We'll come back to shop during our downtime, promise. Later, Renan. Welcome to Renan General Goods. I've decided to stay here for a while. I plan on using this opportunity to study for when I start my own shop. Besides, the store owner, Renan, has been very good to me. It's as comfortable as being home here. Wow. You're probably not gonna end up starting your own store, kitty. Just saying. Just putting that out there. Just positing the chance that that could not happen. They lived on like the upper floor or something, didn't they? Nope. That is not it at all. Here we go. And then... No? Okay, so it's not them. Oh, but we do have a request from him, though. Wait, what the heck? Where do these jokers live? Because we were just in their houses. Okay, so it's not here because we literally just came here. It's not here. We literally just walked in there also. It's not down here. So they must be in a different housing development then. Nope. Okay. Was it... No, this is Melder's. Could have sworn that they lived on, like, the second floor of something. Okay, no, that's Hotel Rolent. What the heck? Okay, I am 100% turned around. Let me track down their house really quickly. I cannot believe I got lost in such a small place. So it turns out you've got to take a right to find this place. This took way too long. It's such a relief that Luke woke up and was just fine. The fog's cleared too. Perhaps I should get Red out of the house for once? Red's the name of the guy we need to talk to. It might not be bad to go on a date like the old days. Why does that sound familiar? Estelle, what is it? Nothing too important, really. Just kind of admiring your massive collection of books. Indeedy, I'm quite proud of my collection. Collecting old books is my calling, and this is my cathedral, more or less. Old books as a calling? I wonder. Maybe it's worth asking. A bit of wild grasping at straws never hurt anyone. You've lost me, I'm afraid. Estelle explained that she was looking for Bloom's recipe book as part of a guild request. So that's the story. It's the wildest of guesses, but I don't suppose you have that book? Miss Bloom's recipe book, right? Oh yeah, I asked her to give that to me a while back. Wait, seriously? It is a really good thing we came by this dude's house earlier, cause... Whew. The request might have stalled out, otherwise. I'd have never known about this place. Sure, she said it had a lot of traditional local recipes, so I wanted to make sure I preserved it. I asked her for it, and she entrusted it to my care. Okay, cool! That does sound like our objective. Grow up for straws and eventually you come up big. Let's have a look at the infinite wisdom of the ancients, then. Do you mind, Red? I don't mind at all. The hitch would be... I'm not entirely sure where it is, come to think. We're gonna have to talk to his son. It's definitely in my archive, I know that much. I think it would be faster if you just search yourselves. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, we're the ones asking the favor, really, so we can handle that at least. Okay. Bloom's recipe book is on the shelf. Wow, we didn't even have to read through anything. Why not? Pepper and herb puchero with bone-in meat. Aged miso, maple sugar, fresh herb, black pepper, vintage wine, kibbled salt, dragon beans, juicy bone. After giving the bone-in meat a salt rub, shred and add herbs, prepares you what a typical puchero. Never heard that word before in my life. Add a touch of fish coulis, that one either. And as a finishing touch if available, keep an eye on the thickness when heating. Received recipe copy. Okay, got the recipe written down. To be totally honest, I'm not sure it makes any sense, but... we can leave figuring it out to the professionals. We have the ingredients list at least, so let's go and report. But we've got the ingredients list. Can we make this though? Maybe. What do we need? Items. Where is it at? Recipe copy. Aged miso ×1. Okay. Aged miso ×1. Maybe it's in healing? No. Okay, where are our ingredients and stuff? Healing, quartz, items. Okay, ingredients. They would be in our ingredients, obviously. Okay, so we've got 14 aged misos. And then maple sugar ×2. Maple sugar, we've got 7 of those. I'm looking at these like it's even possible for us to make this. Not 100%. Those juicy bones we probably need. But the recipe's not showing up for us here at all. Okay, this seems like something where it'd be really easy to lose out on the extra BP, so... let's see if there's any comments in here. And then he wants us to get the ingredients too. Juicy bones we probably don't have any of. We have juicy bones! Wow! Okay. Recipe copy. Dragon beans, kibble salt. The rest of this stuff we can buy, definitely. Let's talk to them at the Aben bar. It sounds like we might have everything. Where? There we go. Up. Hey Estelle, how's the investigation going? Right, well, we found a recipe. Whoa, you've already found it? Man, you guys are fast. Racers are incredible. Might want to hold that praise. Oh, why's that? Well, you see, they explained that the recipe they found was an altered version of the original. I see, so that's it. Still, can't be too greedy. I'll call it a job finished with that recipe. Sorry, Denzel. It'd have been the best if we'd found the original, but okay. So it sounds like there's still more to this. Man, we're gonna go ahead and keep asking old people, and we're also gonna head down, because now apparently we can kill that thing that's in the sewers. But that's all gonna have to be next time. I don't want to see the end of this with like the not best recipe. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle this again next episode. Join me then for more Trails in the Sky second chapter. Bye for now, guys.
Gundam.